Marjorie Taylor Greene, the latest Donald Trumpified GOP congressperson to get some attention. The new congressperson from Georgia is being propped up in order to create somebody that we hate because that's very good for business. My opinion of this, my theory, is based on my experience of covering the news and realizing what works in media. You got to have a boogeyman. And right now, Mitch McConnell ain't getting the job done. No one's interested in Mitch McConnell. So they wanted to get a zanier version, if this is possible, of Sarah Palin. And then they created one with even less experience of anything. And probably read even less books. Woo! So anyway, Marjorie Taylor, we know they were trying to get her kicked out. Kicked off all her committees, and that happened. She's kicked off her committees. They want to get rid of her. And that's, a lot of people don't understand exactly what's going on with Marjorie. They know this is crazy lady, carrying guns. This crazy lady said a lot of things. You've been watching, if you're watching the cable news, that's pretty much where you stop at. Okay, so for the first time I had the opportunity to hear her say some things. I got a couple clips of her discussing her situation.
You only know me by how Media Matters, CNN, MSNBC, and the rest of the mainstream media is portraying me. Stumbled across something, and this was at the end of 2017, called QAnon. Well, these posts were mainly about this Russian collusion information. A lot of it was some of what I would see on the news at night, and I got very interested in it. Problem with that is, though, is I was allowed to believe things that weren't true, and I would ask questions about them and talk about them. And that is absolutely what I regret. You see, school shootings are absolutely real. I also want to tell you 9/11 absolutely happened. I remember that day crying all day long watching it on the news. And it's a tragedy for anyone to say it didn't happen. And so that I definitely want to tell you, I do not believe that it's fake.
Yes, you heard that correct. Marjorie Taylor Greene is Alex Jones with a hoo-ha. That's what she is, Johnson. A female version of Alex Jones. It's in Congress. And she's anti-Semitic and a little racist and a little Looney Tunes, a little sci-fi. Okay? Okay, now she's saying, hey, this is the way I used to think. Well, you got to be bringing up old stuff. I don't think that anymore. You know, of course, I was a flat earther until last year, but since then, you know, I took a look at a globe and a couple of maps, and now I get it, you know. So anyway, my thing is they elected her. People chose this lady. It's crazy. Okay, so she's been booted out of these programs, these committees, right? Because, well, people don't like anti-Semites and bigots and flat earthers and people who think that shootings didn't happen and moon landings didn't happen, and nobody wants to work with her. And she's made some comments about executing fellow Congress people. Yeah, a little bit of the unsavory stuff, right? So this is not just she's a Republican. There's a lot of Republicans in Congress. Hell, guys, you realize that we couldn't get not a single member of the Republican Party to vote on the reconciliation bill that would allow us to take this to a vote about the COVID-19, the stimulus package. Not a single one, but 10. At least 10 members of the GOP voted to kick her ass off in committees. That's when you're really bad for business. She's bad for business. Okay, so kicked her off. Okay, so here she is talking after being kicked off the committees, saying some things. Interesting stuff.
Free speech really matters. And yesterday, when the Democrats and 11 of my Republican colleagues decided to strip me of my committee assignments, Education and Labor and the Budget Committee. You know what they did? They actually stripped my district of their voice. I had the greatest opportunity yesterday, and I'm so grateful for it. I got to say what I had done wrong. And do you know how freeing that is? I'm not kidding. I seriously feel blessed by God because I got to do it on a world stage.
You don't realize how great it is to be embarrassed in front of the world. It's a freeing experience to be mocked and shown to be a complete moron and an idiot on the world stage. It's like those dreams you have when you're naked and everybody else is dressed and you can't walk or talk. You're trying to run, but your legs won't work. It's amazing. I love it. The embarrassment, the humiliation is so fantastic. Give me more of it. Brings me closer to my God. Now, Marjorie may not have a career as a politician. Obviously, let's hope she doesn't have a career as a politician, but she's doing a good job of lying like a politician. Does anyone actually believe this lady's happy to be stripped of her committee assignments? Does anybody believe she's actually overjoyed to be embarrassed and have to say in front of the world, yeah, I don't think Sandy Hook happened, and I believe in pizza stuff, and I don't even want to say it to get my channel shut down. No, but no, she doesn't. So, doesn't feel good. All right, let's keep going. Fun times, Johnson, fun times.
Opportunity yesterday, and I'm so grateful for it. I got to say what I had done wrong. And do you know how freeing that is? I'm not kidding. I seriously feel blessed by God because I got to do it on a world stage. I got to say, I said things wrong. I believe things that were wrong. And you know what? I'm so happy I got to do that. My district is thrilled with me. People are all over the country are thankful and supporting me. And for that, I'm grateful to them. None of us are perfect. I'm fine with being kicked off of my committees because it'd be a waste of my time. You know who I am. I'm a very hard worker, and I'm proud of it. So now I have a lot of free time on my hands, which means I can talk to a whole lot more people. I'm sorry for saying all those things that are wrong and offensive, and I sincerely mean that, and I'm happy to say that. I think it's good to say when we've done something wrong. So yeah, that's easy for me.
Yep. Let's recap, shall we? In posting videos from 2018 and 2019, reviewed by CNN, Greene appeared to endorse violence against Democrats, prominent Democrats, including Pelosi. And also, I didn't say everything she did was bad. No, it's not good to say violence. I want Pelosi out. I don't want anything bad to happen to her. Okay, maybe she twists her ankle on the way out the door, but that's about it. You know, she's 85 years old, right? She also suggested that Sandy Hook and Parkland shootings were staged false flag operations. They have since been taken down. So she had videos and posts and all this stuff, right? The move to boot her from the House Education and Labor Committee, as well as the House Budget Committee, came after Republican leaders refused to remove themselves following pressure from Democrats to do so. The vote Thursday forced Republicans to go on the record over Greene's conduct. The final vote tally was 230 to 199, with 11 Republicans voting in support of the resolution. Greene defended herself in a speech ahead of the Thursday vote, expressed regret over some of the past remarks. That's the first clip I played, which some viewed as doing too little too late. Yeah, first she was really defiant. She wore the thing, free speech. Free speech. Free speech. So what I said your kids didn't die. Free speech. Free speech. I got to say I was wrong in a public forum. It's so freeing to tell everyone that I'm an idiot. Yeah, it's nothing like it. It's nothing like admitting to the world I know nothing. You know, originally I said that I thought it was a waste of time. That I thought they were giving her some superpowers. See, once you focus on somebody and give them attention, which is what they're doing, you're creating a situation where this person gets bigger and stronger. I mean, if we learn nothing from Trump, we learned that without media attention, there would have been no Trump. Right? So media attention is a very valuable thing, and Marjorie's been given a lot of that, but this is the thing. I do not believe, after listening to her speak, I don't believe that she can capitalize. Yeah, people don't want to give Trump credit. Trump knew what he was doing. Marjorie does not. She contradicted herself like 6 times in that speech. She spent the first half complaining about being put off committees, and then when they started asking her questions, she started saying she didn't care she got pulled off those committees. Now, this is in the space of 30 minutes. So I don't think that she will be able to capitalize off the attention. I don't think it's going to make her bigger and stronger. It's going to make her more of an embarrassment. And I think that's why Republicans don't want her around. Because people are going to try to tie, you know how they tie Nancy Pelosi to everyone? Whenever they're running against a Democrat, they try to say, this person said hello to Nancy one time. And use that as a way to raise money against that Democrat. Well, people don't want to be tied to Marjorie either. Marjorie is the Pelosi of the right. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to make her the AOC of the right, but I don't think that's going to work. Because AOC is popular, regardless of what you hear people say on Twitter. She's like pretty popular, like, you know, generally speaking. And a lot of that has to do with media attention. I'm not saying you like her, not you. I'm talking about overall, okay? So we tend to believe that just because we think something and we're the, you know, that everybody thinks like us and everybody doesn't, they're like...
Don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe. Don't be fooled by corporate media talking heads misleading the people. Get your news and information from an entity that keeps it real. Tim Black. Tim Black is the host of The Tim Black Show. Independent news that leaves you informed, inspired, and sometimes entertained, but always in the know. Go to timblacktv.com and sign up today. The Tim Black Show is news for people who can't stand the news. See you there.